Shalom. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out here laboring in all truth and sincerity. To USA Shalom. This is the brother Amon Ariyah from the GMS Charlotte camp, coming back with another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash. And pretty much in this lesson, I wanted to entitle Acknowledge Your Fight and Then Conquer It. Okay? And pretty much, this lesson, been thinking about for a few days, and pretty much, this is just, like an exhortation video to, you Akim and you Akwakim, pretty much just going into you conquering, your demons, man, at the end of the day, okay? Because we understand that this walk is a refinement, process that as we continue to grow in the spirit and get closer to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right, there are certain things that the Lord is going to purge out of you, all right? And that purging process is not going to be an easy one, man, all right? It's things that the Lord wants out of your spirit. And, it comes a point in time to where, you know what it is that you need to, improve on, you need to let go, you need to refine, whatever the case may be. And, at first you pretty much, didn't think of it as a big deal. You were able to navigate through it, and still be able to, do your duties in this walk. But as the leveling up, or the going from glory to glory, all right, continues to elevate us, okay, those things become more apparent of what needs to be let go, all right, what needs to be purged, man, all right, that leaven that needs to be purged out, okay? So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will put you in situations to try your faith to see, are you truly trusting in him to allow these things to be, taken care of, and you continue to level up, man. All right. Now I want to start here in the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12, and it reads, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." Right. And this is a constant fact that we must remember in this walk, man, because we're constantly being tried, man, and there's no strange thing unto us, because we understand, what Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is doing with us, man, okay? Because we all, are trying to, improve, in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, because as the scriptures say, we are new creatures. We are newborn babes, pretty much, being reborn in the spirit. And as this flesh is continuing to try to hold on to that old man, all right, that new man, all right, is trying to crack, out of that shell, okay? And we can't, fight that process, man, which is why we find ourselves in situations, which is trying our faith. Because when you go into this word, fiery trial, is G4451.
Strong's G 4451. Purosis. Purosis.
And I want to read definition B, which says, by a figure drawn from a refiner's fire. It says calamities or trials that test the character, okay? And in this walk, we understand that Satan is doing just that. This is why, we understand when Satan, was trying to get at Peter, and Yahweh Shai told him, let me get that real quick. Luke 22:31, it says, "And again the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat." Now, when you go into this word sift, is G4617, and that word is siniazo, And definition 2, it says by inward agitation to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow, right? So Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, let us know that look, Satan is going to try his hardest to try to, cause our faith to pretty much, diminish to the point of overthrow, man. All right. But the beauty of the situation is that even though this is the case, all right, verse 32 tells us, but I have prayed for thee in thy, it's like, but I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren, right? So Yahweh Shai, this was Yahweh Shai speaking to Peter, but in today's time, this is Yahweh Shai speaking to us, because you got to remember that these epistles that's written, all right, as we read in Romans, I believe that's 10 and 16, that they were written aforetime for our learning, man. All right. So just as he was speaking to the disciples back then, all right, these epistles are speaking to us in today's time, man. All right. So Yahweh Shai prayed for us just as he prayed for Peter, that our faith fail not, man, and that we be strengthened, so that when we, give sound counsel to the brethren, all right, and even the Akwaf, all right, we understand that these things are used to help the faith of the elect, man. Okay, so we got to remember that, look, man, at the end of the day, you got to know what it is that you're trying to fight, all right, and overcome, okay, because the first step, in doing so is pretty much, you acknowledging what your fight is, man. Because like I said, we all are facing demons or fighting demons, but it's one thing as you fighting it versus you actually turning and facing it, and then you fighting it through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to conquer it, man. Because, hey, man, it's one thing to fight, but if you're not actively fighting to overcome it, then that fight is meaningless. You're just going through the motions, man. All right, and hey, Paul said it himself, man. We're not just swinging to be swinging, man. All right, let me get that real quick. Cause here it is. We can't be telling people pretty much to repent, and pretty much overcome demons when we're not doing the same thing ourselves, man. This is why we always come with the sentiment of when we do these lessons, we're speaking to ourselves first and foremost before anyone else, man. So it's like, let me trying to fight this. It's like you find the scripture. All right, so this is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, and I'm gonna read it in the NLT, verse 26. It says, "So I run with purpose in every step." Right. So knowing and understanding that, look, this walk is a process. It's a fight, man. All right. It says, and I am not just shadow boxing. Right. We're not just swinging to be swinging, man. Hey, we move with purpose in everything that we do, man. Okay, so we have to go through the proper steps to make sure that we're doing what we can do to help overcome these things that we're facing, man. All right, so this is why I said you gotta analyze the situation. All right, and number one, acknowledge it, man. Okay, and you got a lot of times you want to ignore the situation, you want to ignore the demon. All right, you want to, you pray for it, but then you're not actively doing what it is that you want, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to help you overcome, man. All right, battling certain, demons. All right, overcoming certain situations, putting yourself in certain positions. You're praying to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua for it, but you're not actively doing the thing that you need to do to let these things come into fruition, man. All right, so we're not just out here just saying things to be saying it, man. We're actually putting forth the effort into doing it. And this is when Satan, push your faith to the test, man, because it's one thing to say it, but then are you applying the wisdom that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has given us, man? Because we have all the tools that we need to overcome these things, all right? But you gotta put the work in, man. All right. So verse 27, I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I myself might be disqualified, and that's what we don't want to be. All right, we don't want to be a hypocrite. We don't want to be a fall away, a fall out, a cast out, a castaway. So we go through the proper training, which is, all right, the studying, all right, the application of the things that we're learning, and most importantly, man, hey, when we praying, we're actively putting forth, our faith into what we're saying we're doing to show the Lord that, look, we're not just talking. All right, we're trying to actively walk what it is that we're saying we want, man. Okay, so I wanted to get this because number one, this comes down to your faith, man. This is where it's all predicated upon, man. So as I titled the lesson, acknowledge your fight and then conquer it, man. Okay, so number one, you're acknowledging what it is that you want Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to help you overcome, man. Because this is training for us to pretty much come with that ultimate test of how to overcome the final test, which is the hour temptation, man. All right, when the world is pretty much going to be tasked with the decision to take that MOTB or not, man. All right, so all these different situations that we're finding ourselves in, all right, to level up and get stronger in our faith and in the spirit. All right, Satan is going to come to test your faith to see is it really as strong as you say it is, man. Okay, so I want to get this example here in Matthew the 17th chapter, verse 14. It says, and when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him, saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire, and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Right. So here it is. You had a individual, all right, that was possessed with spirits, man. He had demons on him, man. All right, and had him doing all type of crazy shit, man. Okay, cutting himself. All right, bugging out pretty much, man. Okay, and he said that he brought him, all right, to the Lord's disciples, but they couldn't cure him. And this is Yahweh Shah's answer to tell him why that man couldn't be cured. Okay, so it says, or that boy, it's like, well, son, man, however, same thing. It says, then Yahweh Shah answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Yahweh Shah rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from the very hour. Okay, so excuse me, Salakia, burp, but Yahweh Shah, pretty much let it be known that, look, he said, you faithless and perverse generation, okay? Because he was letting them know that, look, the reason why you couldn't rebuke them, all right, as they're going to say, matter of fact, let me keep reading, Salakia. Then came the disciples to Yahweh Shah apart and said, why could we not cast him out? And Yahweh Shah said unto them, because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if you have if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Right. So at the end of the day, man, Yahweh Shah was letting it be known the reason why they couldn't cast out that demon out that boy was because their faith wasn't strong, man. Okay. And this is why Yahweh Shah said, look, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. Right. So this is the same, sentiment that we must, apply to ourselves when tasked with coming, to these, what you would deem as a immovable object in your life, man. These demons that have been plaguing you, for whatever, amount of time that you've been, dealing with them, man. Okay. Whether, whatever that may be. All right. You gotta put your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and it all pretty much, stems to your faith in the Lord and in his names, man. Because look, these demons, they tremble at the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And when you approach them, all right, with the full assurance of faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, they're gonna flee. Okay? This is why the scriptures say, man, resist the devil and he shall flee, man, because these demons, they tremble, all right, from the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. Okay, matter of fact, let me get that, man. All right, this is James chapter 2, verse 19. It says, thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble. All right. So these demons, all right, they are afraid of the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right. But the only way that you can really, really tap into the power of those names, man, if you have to believe, man. All right. And that comes from prayer and fasting, man, because prayer, that's one thing. All right. But to amplify the power of that prayer, you have to fast, man. Okay. And this is why at the end of the day, man, you see a lot of brothers, all right, they be catching spirits, all right, and see a lot of these guys bugging out is because they're not praying and they're definitely not fasting, man. And even for us, man, I can say for myself, I can do more, of both, especially fasting, man. All right. Here it is. We just came out of the Day of Atonement, all right, this past week. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't be the only time when we fast, man. All right. That should be, something that we utilize, because that's one of the many, weapons that we have been given against Satan, man. All right. But at the end of the day, it all predicates on our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. All right. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. Okay. Because that's what the Lord wants, man. All right. For us to pretty much, put our faith and trust in him. Okay. Because without Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we have no strength, man. Okay. Because in this flesh, we are totally susceptible to all type of demons and spirits, man. All right. But our belief in the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, okay, they take care of the heavy lifting for us, man. All right, which is why the Lord said this in Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. All right, and that's the point. Okay, trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with all thine heart, and lean not unto your own understanding, because when you start trying to, take matters into your own hands and do things your own way, that's where we, tend to find ourselves falling short. All right, we find ourselves in, in a worse situation because we're not allowing the Lord to work. Okay, because a lot of the time when we, pray and ask the Lord for certain things, man, we get, we get impatient. Okay, because we know the Lord works on his time, man. And we in this society have been taught pretty much, we want things done, here and now. As soon as you ask for it, you expect it to be done. And look, the world has put Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in a box and to be treated like a genie. So when you call upon the Lord for whatever it is that you want, and you're expected to be done here and there, man. And that's not how the Lord works. Okay. So you can't allow, yourself to be fashioned to the mind frame of this world, man. Okay, because example that I think of whenever that statement I just made, is Kanye West, man. Okay, because he recently, had an interview about a few months back where he was saying, the reason why he gave up on Christianity because he was asking God for help, and he felt like God didn't help him. All right, so he had to figure it out for himself, man. But that's the wrong type of mentality to have, because like I said, we're powerless. All right, to the forces of the unseen world, man, the spiritual world, man. All right, so we can't take matters into our own hands, man. verse 7, it says, "Be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord and depart from evil." All right. And at the end of the day, the fear of the Lord is what's gonna, keep us, all right, away from all manners of wickedness and evil, man. But your fear coincides with your faith, man, because faith and fear are synonymous. All right. When you have, the fear of the Lord, you have faith that if you continue to do the things that the Lord, delights in, that he'll reward you, man. All right. But that faith is what keeps us, in the parameters of the safe zone, man. All right. For lack of better words, man. But when you start to get impatient and you want to take matters into your own hands, that shows that, look, you're not, you're not rooted in the faith of the Lord, man. All right. So when things start to, become hard for you, or they get too hot for you, Jake is quick to pretty much, say F it and take matters to their own hands, or try to, get out of that situation in a way that they feel like is the right way, instead of letting the Lord, do what he do, man. All right. But real quick, this is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." So number one, we already know that this test, this faith is all about, the testing of our faith, man. All right. This truth is all about the testing of our faith, man. Okay. So we're going to constantly be tempted, all right, to pretty much, I just lost my train of thought. We're going to constantly be tempted, with everything in this walk, your faith, your morals, your integrity, everything is going to be put on the line for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to see how legit you are in this walk, man. Do you really believe like you say you really do, man? Okay. It says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble." All right. And that's the point I wanted to get, because at the end of the day, you can't get out of matters yourselves, man. You can't take matters to your own hands. You got to allow the Lord to work, which is why, at the end of the day, one of my favorite scriptures, this is the book, I believe it's Psalms 46:10. It says, "Be still and know that I am Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." Okay. So we have to be still and know and acknowledge that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, he is the he is the power of the universe, and he has gifted us with his precious names, all right, with their precious names, all right, because the Heavenly Father and the Son are two separate entities, but they're of the same spirit. But we have been, gifted with, their names. Therefore, all we have to do is trust in them names, all right, and allow Yahweh Shem Yahushua's will to be done, and we'll be okay, man. But it's when we, get impatient and that thought, goes out of your mind, and then you try to take matters in your own hands, that's where we end up failing at, man. Okay. And if you, constantly are, finding yourself in that situation, then that means that you need more faith, man. You need to pray that your faith be increased, man. Because right here it says, Proverbs 24:10, "If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small." And the constant, pretty much, the bumping of the foot, the proverbial, bumping of the foot, is because you keep trying the same thing, all right, and getting the same results, because ultimately you're not putting your full trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because just like we read in that account, all right, where those disciples tried to exorcise that demon from that man's son, and they couldn't, is because their faith in the Lord wasn't strong enough, man. All right. And that's the same situation we find ourselves in when we constantly, are coming up against this, what we look at as a mountain. All right. This demon that's came unto you as a mountain, and you're not able to move it because your faith isn't, it isn't strong enough, man. Okay. So this is why at the end of the day, we have to rely on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. All right. This is Psalms 55:22. It says, "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. he shall never suffer the righteous to be moved, right? Because when we have our complete trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man, all right, we literally are unmovable, man. And all it takes is that faith. That's why when you go back in that Matthew and said about, having the faith as a grain of a mustard seed, you gotta look and think about a mustard seed, man. A mustard seed is a very, very tiny seed. But the power that comes from that is immense, man. All right. It's so a mustard the mustard seed produces, great things. Like you have, mustard gas, which is a deadly weapon when used, in that state, man. Okay. So, but it's powerful. All right. And that's equated to, how we look at with our faith, man. Okay. Though it starts out as a small seed, when you cultivate it, it becomes a powerful, damn, it's like I'm thinking of the word. It becomes a powerful, pretty much, at the end of the day, it is a great thing, man. All right. Slacky, I can't think of the word. When you cultivate something, but the harvest, that you come from that is good, So your faith in that situation is gonna come out good, man. All right. So anyway, going back, so Psalms 55:22, it says, "Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved." All right. And so at the end of the day, man, all right, we are putting our faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So when we come to him and ask him for help, to help us conquer, these seemingly, impossible tasks, all right, the Lord helps you, overcome these things because, number one, you acknowledged, all right, the problem, and you were humble enough to present the problem to him, and therefore the Lord is going to reward you, all right, by giving you the strength to overcome that, all right? 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, "There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it." All right. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai let you know that, look, whatever temptation that we're facing, all right, there isn't a situation that the Lord hasn't put anyone in that they weren't able to overcome it, man. The Lord's always going to make a way to escape said temptation, all right, because he knows that he put it in your way because he knows that you can conquer it, man. And how do we know that? Because, hey, Yahushua came down here, all right, to deliver the Holy Spirit unto us, and because we have been endowed by the Holy Spirit, now we have been given, the power to overcome these things, and all we have to do is call upon the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and believe, man. Okay? Let's get that real quick. All right, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 37. I'm going to read this in the King James and then in the NLT. So it says, "Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us." All right, NLT. It says, "No, despite all these things, overwhelming victory is ours through Hamashiach Yahushua who loved us." Okay, so no matter what situation we're put in, all right, matter of fact, let me go up. I'm going to go up to verse 34. It says, "Who is he that condemneth? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach Yahushai? Shall tribulation or distress or famine, or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? As it is written, for thy sake we are all killed. We are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter." Because at the end of the day, man, hey, these demons, all right, their sole purpose all right, is to try to get us to fall, man. All right, to fall out this truth. So, hey, every day, all right, this flesh dies because we are, killing this old man, and our spirit is being renewed because hey, we're set up, all right, to be destroyed out here, man. But our spirit is constantly being renewed through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It says, nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loved us, because the victory is given to us through Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So all we got to do is call upon those names and believe, and we have all we need to overcome these demons, man. Philippians 4:13, it says, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthens me. All right. So the Lord told us, look, we can do all things through him. All right. Because he's where our strength comes from, man. All right. The more faith you have in Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, the more things become possible unto you, man. All right. And that's going to manifest itself even more, in the times of the end. All right. Because the Lord's going to start endowing, certain brothers with spiritual power, man. All right. So literally brothers are going to be, flying. All right. Running like, the Flash, brothers going to have superpowers, all that, man. Okay. Because of the strength that we're receiving from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. That's that spiritual power, man. Okay. And through that is we are being made whole again, man. All right. And we're being cleansed from these demons. All right. And eventually we will overcome everything, man. Even this world, man. All right. But it all predicates upon Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Okay. This is Acts 3:16. It says, and his name, through faith in his name, have made this man strong, whom ye see and know. Yea, the faith which is by him hath given him this perfect soundness in all the presence of you all. Because look, hey, the true healing comes from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So part of us being strengthened is us being healed back to our proper state, man. All right. And who is that healing, coming from, man? All right. Yahweh Shai, man. Real quick. This is Malachi chapter 4, verse 2. It says, but unto you that fear my name shall the Son, and this word Son is spelled capital S-U-N, the Son of righteousness, arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Okay? And at the end of the day, man, that's us being healed, all right, and then strengthened, man. Okay? So just as, you read about when you go up in this Acts 3, I believe this man, all right, he was healed. All right, let me see. Go back to it. Yeah, this is dealing with the lame man. All right. So let's read this verse 11. All right. It says, actually, I'm going to go up a little bit more, Salakia. Fuck it, I'll just go to the top, man. All right, this is Acts 3:1. Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour, and a certain man lame from his mother's womb, all right, which means he couldn't walk, all right. It says, and a certain man lame from his mother's womb was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple, who seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. And Peter fastened his eyes upon him with John and said, look on us. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. Then Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have I give thee. In the name of Yahushua Hamashiach of Nazareth, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. See, so Yahushua, through the disciples, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they healed this man, and through that healing, all right, his feet and ankle bones received strength, man. All right, so this man, gained the ability to walk again, man. All right, it says, and he leaping up stood and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And all the people saw him walking and praising Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and they knew that it was he which sat for armed at the beautiful gate of the temple, and they were filled with wonder and amazement at which had happened unto him. And as the lame man which was healed held Peter and John, all the people ran together unto them in the porch that is called Solomon's gathering, in the porch that is called Solomon's, greatly wondering. And when Peter saw it, he answered unto the men, to the people, ye men of Israel, why marvel ye at this? Or why look ye so earnestly on us, as though by our own power or holiness we have made this man to walk? Right. And that's the acknowledgement that we have to have as far as on our end, man. Because when we are healed, all right, when we, are brought back to full strength, none of that was done on our own, man. All right. So when we take the herbs, when we get, the benefits from the stones, all right, when brothers anoint us and we get the benefits from things, that's not coming from man. All the blessings that we get, from these things are all coming from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. You have to acknowledge that, man, and believe that. Okay. It says the power of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob, the God of our fathers, have glorified his son Yahushai, whom ye delivered up and denied him in the presence of Pilate when he was determined to let him go. But ye denied the Holy One and the just, and desired a murderer to be granted unto you, because as we know, all right, our people, all right, they chose Barabbas, all right, which was a murderer and a thief, over our Lord Yahushua, man, and decided that, the Lord should be crucified. Okay. It says, and killed the Prince of Life, whom Yahweh have raised from the dead, whereof we are witnesses. And his name, through faith in his name, have made this man strong, whom ye see and know, yea, the faith which is by him have given him this perfect soundness in the presence of you all. So the point being that through the faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man, all right, the faith in the names of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right, that man was healed. Just as when we go through our situations and we, all right, pray on those names and we overcome whatever, ailment, demon, or whatever it is that's, keeping us, our spirit down, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai grants us, relief from that, man. Okay. So we have to, continue to be able to call upon those names and believe in it if we really want to overcome whatever it is that we're facing, man. All right, because we're coming into a time to where, hey, these things shall all be put under our feet if we desire to truly conquer this place. Because, man, if I look at it like this, and I've been thinking about this for some years, all right, if we can't overcome whatever the small stuff that we deal with in our day-to-day, what makes you think that we're going to be able to, overcome the hour of temptation, man? Because if our faith isn't strong enough to get rid of the shit that we're trying to get rid of in our personal life, man, that hour of temptation is going to be even harder, man. All right. So this is all a test, to pretty much, show forth our faith in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Because, hey, the Lord gave it, in the promise that, look, if we believe in him, we have already overcome everything that is before us, man. Okay. Let's end with that, man. All right. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse, I started at 1. It says, beloved, Slacky. I'm going to go right to the point. 1 John 4 and 3. And every spirit that confesseth not that Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is come in the flesh, is not of Yahweh. And this is the spirit of anti-Hamashiach, whereof ye have heard that it should come. All right, the verse 4 is the point. All right. It says, you are all children of the Most High. You are all of the Most High little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in this world. All right. So at the end of the day, man, the power that is in us, which is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is greater than whatever demon that we're battling, man. Okay, so we have to remember that as we, continue with this walk, man. Acknowledge and call upon the Lord, and increase your faith. And if you're lacking in that, pray, man. All right, the scriptures literally say, man, if any man is lacking, let me get that. James 1:5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he should receive anything of the Lord. Okay? So if you, are lacking in anything, man, pray to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, all right, and be, 100 with him, man. All right? Acknowledge the problem, man. All right? Be honest with the Lord like you are with a brother, all right? Because, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, he is our therapist, all right? He is our mediator, okay? He is our power source, man. All right, so whatever it is that you're facing, man, hey, come to the Lord with an open heart, and literally, bare your soul to the Lord, man, and then ask him for the strength to overcome that, man, and believe in it, and just, watch what the Lord does, man. All right, as you continue to walk in the faith, all right, the Lord is going to give you what you need, but you got to believe that, man. Okay, so, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. All right, I want to close, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect. Until next time, I say Shalom.